Hi! Hello, that was really weird. I'm doing sort of like a talk through today. I guess you could call it a talk through because it's not a get ready with me because I'm getting ready to just go and take off this makeup in like 20 minutes. So I already have my foundation, concealer, powder, and eyebrows done. This eyeshadow is very much inspired by It's Likely Makeup or Jordy. There's not really one look in particular that she did that I looked at and was like, yeah, I gotta do this. It just seemed like a very Jordy style, like a Jordy thing to do. So I'm doing it. And I really look up to her. Yeah, I'm gonna get on to the eyes and everything. Zoom you guys in, focus this camera. I don't have autofocus to use while it's filming, so I just kind of turn it on manual focus. I'm gonna prime with the Tarte Shape Tape because I don't want to use my actual primer if I'm not going anywhere. And I just kind of need a good base for the colors to pop. I'm using the shade Fair Neutral, which is way too light for me. If I use it under my eye, it looks like I just took white out and painted under my eyes. I just don't like the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm bringing the concealer out because that's what I intend to do with my eyeshadow. Okay, cool. I'm going to be going into the Sweet Peach palette and using the shade White Peach to set the concealer. I always use a different sort of like white shade to set the concealer because in reality, that's the only thing I'm using these white shades for, or sometimes for brow bone shade, but a stark white brow bone shade on me, I don't usually go for. What is on my eye? It tends to just look too, I don't want to say ashy, but ashy. Now that that's on my eyes, I'm going to dip in to this Wet n Wild palette called Poster Child, and I'm going to be taking this pinky shade right here called Brow Bone. Creative. And I'm going to be blending that up super high. It's got a lot of powder kick up. Take off that powder kick up. I'm going to be bringing this up super high and super far out. This look, the way I want it to be is very blown out and dramatic and sort of like editorial. Cool. You can't see it, but it still matters to me. Now I'm going to be going into my beloved Modern Renaissance palette. I'm using Love Letter. Did I want to go in with Love Letter? No, I didn't. I actually want to go into this Ulta like blue palette. I don't know what it's called. I got it a really long time ago, and I'm going to go into this purpley shade. Now I'm bringing this up super high, bringing it in like to here. I feel like on Instagram, on YouTube, we see a lot of the same. Like here's a smoky eye, here's a halo eye. Very like safe looks, and I kind of want to do something a little bit different than that. Not to say that those videos aren't good, or not to say that we shouldn't have those videos out there, because we should, because we're not going to be walking around with these editorial looks on our face all the time. I feel like I'd run out of ideas if I just did a smoky eye all the time. So I'm doing something a bit unconventional. My legs are shaking and I don't know why. I don't know, I get kind of, and this is so stupid, but I get nervous sometimes. Not nervous, but nervous when I film videos. Well, I guess I've only filmed one other video, so maybe it's just like a starting up thing. No, the lighting in my room wasn't very good, and the lighting down here wasn't very good either. I don't know what kind of lighting is good. In my head, when I hear lighting, I think of umbrella lights, but I'm sure there's like a trillion other lights out there. If anyone has any knowledge about that and what I should do and buy, please link me to stuff. Hopefully, just try not to link me to something that's like $10,000. I'm a teenager. I don't have money. I'm gonna be taking out my Modern Renaissance and dipping in to Love Letter. First of all, I'm gonna be bringing this color up very high. And this one I'm gonna pack on and blend later because I want this to be very concentrated in these areas. So right here on the outer corner and on the inner corner. So kind of like a halo eye. I know it sounded like I was making fun of halo eyes earlier, but that's not all there is to this look, and you'll see later. This is just kind of like an accent. You guys want to know what I want right now? Noodles and Company. I'm going to go into my Tartelette palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Leader. I'm going to do this with a pencil brush to just kind of lay down where I want these shadows. I'm going to bring them up high. Oh, one thing I want to say, if you ever do want to recreate one of my looks, like, you totally can. I would love to see that, and you should totally let me know and be like, hey, I recreated a look, and I'll check it out and I'll like it and I'll subscribe to you and I'll scream and of joy because someone's actually likes my work enough to recreate it. Just make sure to give credit for the idea. That's all I'm asking for. Just like link my channel in your description. Say in your video like, hey, I'm recreating the look by this person, and I'll be happy with that. I like this. I like doing YouTube. I didn't think I would. Well, I don't want to say I didn't think I would, but I wasn't exactly sure if it would be for me, but I wanted to try it, and I think it definitely is for me. I do like doing this quite a bit. I don't know, I'm surprised that I even have subscribers right now. I thought it would take me a very long time to even get 1 subscriber, but I happened to get a few. I think I have like 8. That's pretty cool. I didn't think anyone would actually want to watch my videos, because a lot of the really successful, like, watched YouTubers out there are very energetic. Just thought I sound too relaxed and too nonchalant about things. Now I'm gonna take this Milk makeup. Ah! I dropped it! This is Silent Disco. It's like a liquid pigment. Not exactly sure how to work with it. There's not really any directions anywhere. I feel like Milk makeup is getting very popular right now. They just kind of came out of nowhere. Right on the very edges. And sort of smudge it out. Like that. And put a little on the inner corner too. I think I'm just going to take a dark eyeshadow and diffuse the ends, because I was trying to like actually move this, like this product, with a brush, and it wasn't. Once it's dried, it's dried. I'm going to add a little more. I'm just trying to be very cautious working with this, because I don't want to mess up everything else I have done. I'm gonna diffuse the edge, like up there. I'm gonna take this e.l.f. blending brush. I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna go, if I can open this. I can never open the Tartelette. I'm gonna go in with Activist and Leader mixed together. And I'm just gonna very lightly and try to blend out that edge. There we go. I'm gonna take 239. No, I'm not gonna take the 239. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush. 239, the 217. You guys know what I mean. I don't even try to correct myself anymore. You know, at this point, you know. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do the same thing on my other eye. Now, I'm going to diffuse it using that shade combination I talked about earlier. Wow, that's a lot. There we go, it's working. I was getting a little nervous. Don't you hate that when you come so far along in a look and then one thing goes wrong and it's all downhill from there? I'm gonna go into the Tarte Pro to go. The actual Tarte Pro palette sucked, but this the little to go is good. It was the same with the Pro Glow and the Pro Glow to go. The actual Pro Glow sucked. The to go one was good. So I don't know if that has to do with formulation differences or what. I'm gonna dip into basically a mixture of all the shimmery shades. So Style, Bossy, or Boss, and Dominate. I'm gonna mix together and plop them on the center of my eye and bring it up quite a bit. I'm gonna do that on my other eye. I need more Fix Plus. Fix Plus makes everything great. I don't know where I would be without MAC Fix Plus. Okay, now I'm just gonna take the 217, 239, whatever, go into Love Letter and kind of blend the edges. I'm gonna go into my Z palette. I don't like Z palette anymore. I'm not gonna throw away the Z palette I have now because I paid good money for it. But as soon as I need another one, it's not gonna be bought from Z palette. I'm not even gonna advertise the name. I'm gonna call this It. I'm gonna go into It and take out a little bit of Midnight Cowboy. Yeah, Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy single shadow, and I'm just gonna pat that on the center. Sorry, I keep like going out of frame. I have a a mirror here that I use. So now is when the editorial part comes in. I'm gonna take this brush, a concealer brush. It's got like a pointed edge to it. And I take some Shape Tape, and I might go out of frame for this. I'm gonna try not to. Looks messy right now, but we're gonna fix it. Okay, that's a bit too thick. I'm gonna see if I can fix that. Now I'm gonna go on with a very small, precise brush and just kind of like make the concealer more opaque. I'm getting there. This just takes so much time. Negative space. I know I did negative space for my last thing. I just really like negative space. Okay, SD card ran out again. Basically I started mapping out little dots that I was gonna put up there. I'm gonna finalize said little dots. Yeah, like that. I like this. I didn't have the dots in my mind at first. I wanted to do another parallel line, and then I realized like I don't have enough eyelid space for that. At least I don't think I do. I don't want to risk it. Now I'm gonna do the concealer on this eye, and then we're gonna work on the bottom lash line. Okay, now I'm gonna add a little more to my brush just to kind of thicken it up, make it more opaque, and then I'll go in with that little detail brush. Out of focus right now, but I'm too stressed to worry about it. Okay, I'm gonna thin up that line a little bit from that low. Take that little detail brush, go in and just fully do this. And do the dots. I'm glad the concealer turned out how I wanted it to. This is an extra, I don't know what it is. Okay, I'm back. My camera is charged. If something else goes wrong, I'm probably gonna cry. Now I'm going to start my lower lash line, and I'm gonna be taking this e.l.f. brush, and I'm gonna be going into the Ulta palette, taking that same purple shade that I started with, and be swooping that. I'm gonna bring it very low. I'm also gonna make myself a new inner corner. I'm gonna go into Love Letter. You guys know what that color looks like by now. Bring in my Tartelette. You know the drill, leader and activist. Everyone's on vacation right now for spring break, and I'm just kind of, here I am, doing makeup in my basement. A look like this really makes me wish I had fake eyelashes to wear, but I don't. I just never know where to buy fake eyelashes from. Like, I see them in the drugstore every once in a while, and it's always like a style I don't want. And then I never see them in Ulta, and I don't really have a Sephora by me, so I don't know. In my eyes, I did wear fake eyelashes one time, and they were too big, and my eyes are too small, and it just looks weird. I don't know. Someone help. I'm gonna go in with this little precise brush, take some Shape Tape. I'm gonna make that new inner corner kind of pop. Perfect, just what I wanted. It sounded sarcastic, but it's not. I'm gonna make little dots on the outside here. That's why I brought it down so low. Hit up that Tarte Shape Tape. Cool. Wow, it's really funny how much of a difference making that inner corner made. Now for the dots. Nice. Now I'm gonna do the rest of my face. Excuse this pimple. It's like the worst of them all. I have this angled fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go into my Tarte Pro Glow To Go, which I actually really like, and I'm gonna dip into Chisel. Sorry for my acne. I apologize. This is the Kat Von D blush in the shade Hansel and Gretel. Now I'm gonna blush up my cheeks. I'm gonna add highlight, and I'm gonna go into It. And I'm gonna take this, I can't even open that. Can't open anything. By Pacifica. It's this, it looks like a white shadow, but it's a duochrome. It has a pink reflect. Over that to give it more, because this doesn't have much shine to it, it's more just a duochrome thing. I'm gonna go over it with the pink highlight. I'm gonna go into the Carli Bybel palette and take that pinky highlight. I'm so washed out that you can't even see the highlight. Whatever. Now I'm gonna do lips. I know I way overlined, so before anyone's like, you overlined, I know. I'm a teenager, I can't get lip injections. Sorry. I'm gonna be taking the Milk makeup thing, this little detail brush, and this is totally inspired by Jordy. I'm gonna be doing freckles. Yay! Okay, this is the finish. I'm gonna take it on my hair. I feel like weird with my hair up. This is the finished look. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching another video of mine. I really hope you stay, and I appreciate each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.